The wolf moon is back, rising into January's cold sky with the kind of quiet drama that makes people stop scrolling and look up.
The first full moon of the year, known as the wolf moon, appears tonight.
It's the first full moon of the year, and it always feels symbolic, like the sky clearing its throat before the year really begins. The name itself comes from old Northern Hemisphere folklore, when wolves were said to howl more during the deep winter months, not because the moon made them wild, but because hunger and cold pressed closer to human settlements. Over time, the name stuck, and now every January, the wolf moon arrives carrying that same ancient mood, stark, bright, and impossible to ignore.
The event was named after wolves that were thought to howl more frequently this time of year, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac. You'll want to look toward the northeast, just above the horizon, to see it.
This year, the wolf moon doesn't arrive alone. January's sky is unusually busy, almost like the universe decided to front-load the calendar with celestial events before most people even break their New Year's resolutions. The full moon itself is striking, high, pale, and reflective against long winter nights. But it's what surrounds it that makes this stretch special. If you step outside after sunset over the next few weeks, there's a sense that something is always happening overhead, even if you don't immediately know what to look for. The wolf moon reaches its peak when the moon sits opposite the sun, fully illuminated and glowing with that sharp winter clarity. Cold air tends to be drier and cleaner, which means moonlight looks crisper in January than it does during hazy summer months. Shadows appear harder, contrast feels stronger, and the moon can seem almost unreal, like a spotlight hung in the sky. In some places, especially where snow is on the ground, the brightness doubles, reflecting moonlight back up and turning the landscape into something that feels suspended between night and day. But the full moon is just the opening act. One of the first things to watch after the wolf moon is the continued dominance of Jupiter in the evening sky.
While you're looking, NASA says both Jupiter and Saturn should also be visible above the southwestern horizon. And now we just need the clouds to cooperate.
Jupiter has been impossible to miss lately, shining brighter than almost everything else once the sun goes down. It doesn't twinkle like stars do. It holds steady, a constant white-yellow glow that looks almost artificial if you're not used to seeing planets. Through binoculars, you can often spot its four largest moons lined up beside it, tiny dots that shift position night to night. It's a reminder that what looks fixed and distant is actually in constant motion. Saturn also lingers nearby, lower in the sky and softer in brightness, like a quieter companion to Jupiter's spotlight. Catching Saturn requires timing because it sets earlier each night, slipping closer to the horizon. If you manage to see it, especially through a small telescope, the rings are still there, thin, elegant, and surreal. Even knowing what you're looking at, it's hard to accept that those rings are real and not a trick of the eye. The second thing to watch is the slow, almost sneaky return of Mars. Mars has a way of building anticipation. It doesn't burst onto the scene. It creeps in, glowing faintly red at first, then growing brighter as weeks pass. In January, Mars starts to become more noticeable, especially later at night. Its color sets it apart, a rusty, orange-red that feels warmer than the white light of most stars. This is the same planet that has fueled centuries of speculation, from ancient gods of war to modern dreams of human colonies. Seeing it with your own eyes grounds all that imagination in something simple and real, a point of light, hanging quietly in the dark. Mars's position also reminds you how dynamic the sky actually is. The stars form patterns that barely change across a human lifetime, but the planets wander. Night by night, their positions shift relative to the background stars. If you track Mars over a few weeks, you can literally watch another world move. The third thing to watch comes later in the month and rewards patience. The subtle dance between the moon and the stars as the lunar cycle resets. After the wolf moon fades, the moon shrinks night by night, rising later and glowing less brightly. This darker sky opens a window for stargazing that the full moon temporarily washes out. Suddenly, constellations feel sharper and faint stars return. Orion dominates winter skies in the northern hemisphere, with his belt perfectly aligned and easy to spot even from light-polluted cities. Beneath the belt hangs the Orion Nebula, a stellar nursery where new stars are forming. You can't see its details with the naked eye, but knowing it's there adds depth to what you're looking at. As the moon thins, meteor watching quietly improves too. January is home to the quadrantid meteor shower, one of the strongest of the year. It's brief and easy to miss, peaking over just a few hours, but when conditions line up, the meteors can be intense, fast, bright streaks cutting through the cold sky. Unlike summer showers where you lie back comfortably, January meteor watching often involves layers, hot drinks, and the occasional questioning of your life choices. But that discomfort makes the moments you do catch a meteor feel earned. There's something about January skies that feels honest. The nights are long, the air is sharp, and there's less distraction. You don't linger outside casually. You step out with intention. That focus makes even simple skywatching feel meaningful. The wolf moon sets the tone, reminding you that cycles are restarting, not just on calendars, but overhead too. Culturally, the wolf moon has always been tied to survival and awareness. For early communities, winter moons weren't just pretty, they mattered. They marked time, guided travel, and illuminated nights when darkness felt heavier than usual. Wolves howling under a full moon became a symbol not of danger alone, but of resilience. They survived the same cold humans did, adapting, enduring, moving forward. That symbolism still resonates, even if most people experience winter from behind glass and central heating. Looking up at the wolf moon connects modern life to something older and quieter. It's the same moon that lit frozen landscapes centuries ago, the same phase that marked the depth of winter long before electric light erased the night. What makes this January special isn't that these events are rare in a once-in-a-lifetime sense. It's that they overlap in a way that rewards attention. The wolf moon draws your eyes upward. Jupiter and Saturn keep them there. Mars adds color and curiosity. As the moon fades, stars and meteors fill the space it leaves behind. The sky feels layered, like a story unfolding in stages rather than a single moment. You don't need special equipment to appreciate any of this. Your eyes are enough. Binoculars help. A small telescope can deepen the experience. But the real requirement is time and willingness to look up, even when it's cold, even when the ground is dark and quiet and the world feels paused. January often carries a strange emotional weight. The holidays are over, resolutions feel fragile, and winter can seem endless. The sky offers a counterbalance. It reminds you that movement continues, that cycles progress whether you're watching or not. The wolf moon doesn't care if you notice it, but noticing it can change how the month feels. As the full moon passes and the nights grow darker again, the sky opens wider. Stars sharpen, planets shift, and meteors flash without warning. It's not dramatic in a loud way. It's dramatic in a slow, steady, deeply human way, one that rewards patience and curiosity. So when the wolf moon rises, step outside for a moment. Let your eyes adjust. Find the brightest light that isn't the moon. That's probably Jupiter. Look for the faint red glow of Mars. Trace Orion's belt. Stand there long enough to feel the cold, long enough for the sky to stop feeling like a ceiling and start feeling like space again. January's sky is stacked, but only if you're paying attention.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through the cosmos, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell. And when you're ready for your next space mystery, click the video right here.